Hi, welcome to Camp Happy Mail. I'm so glad you decided to join me again midweek for another card making adventure. So today I have a birthday card to make. My oldest bonus son, his girlfriend's birthday is coming up, and she loves elephants. So this gave me the opportunity to go through my stash and look for some elephants because I wanted to color one for her. In this video I'm making so that she can actually see her card being made if she wants to watch it. So I have this stamp. This is it's a small set by Lawnfawn, and it is called Elephant Parade Add-on. So it goes with this set. This is the main set called Elephant Parade, and it's got these cute little elephants that you can line up in a row, and they've got fun little things like banners and bubbles and cupcakes and hearts, and there's little mice, and I'm not sure why there's mice because I thought that elephants were afraid of mice. So I'm kind of baffled on that one, but they're cute, so it's okay. So this is the add-on to it where you get another little elephant and a pinwheel and some more balloons. There's not balloons on this set. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so you get the balloons on this one and you get the umbrella, and they've given you little smiley faces, I guess, so you can put them on the balloons, maybe. And then there's some cute little sentiments with the strings. And then I also have, I have another Lawnfawn set that has an elephant in it, but I think I'll save that one because I'm sure I'm going to be making her more cards in the future. And I'm sure she's also going to get some cards made with some more of these. But for today, we're going to use this one. I just thought this little elephant was just so darn cute, and the little balloons. So we're going to do a little bit of Copic coloring, and then the other pieces we're going to use. This is a piece from a video that I did a couple of weeks ago, and this background was made with cranberry juice. If you're interested in seeing that video, I'll link it below. And then I just have the regular card base, which it's an A2 size card. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or half of a sheet of 8 1/2 by 11 cut in half. And then I've got these two dies. This one makes kind of a lattice design, and I think we're going to use that one, and we're going to use the oval from this one. So let's get started. Okay, for the Copic marker coloring, the colors that I'm going to use for the elephant, and I will list these across the screen, and I'll list the colors as I'm changing them. The elephant I'm going to do in cool grays, the C1, C3, and C5. These are Copic markers. You can use whatever markers you have. They don't have to be Copics. The pink for his ear is going to be R81, R83, and R85. And then the balloons are going to be in blues and purples, and I'll list those off when I get to them. For the elephant, we're going to start with the pink of his ear. We're going to use R81, R83, R85. That's a light, a medium, and a dark. So we're going to start with the light, and we're going to color the inside of his ear. Now, I don't know if elephants really have pink ears or not, but this one does. And we're going to go in with some R83, which is the medium shade. And then the R85, which is the darker shade. And I'm going to go back across all of that with the lighter shade, which is the R81, just to blend it all in. And then we'll do our elephant. He is going to be in C1, which is a cool gray. We're going to color the whole thing cool gray. Now with Copic markers or any alcohol markers, you don't have to worry about streaking like you would get with a water-based marker, because these are alcohol-based and they blend together, which is the super nice thing about them, but that's what they're made to do, is to blend. So you can kind of be sloppy about your coloring, and it's not going to matter because it's all going to blend together and be smooth when it's all dry. So I normally start out with the lightest color. You can start out with the darkest color if you want to, but I find it easier to start with a light color. So R81, and then we're going to go in with the How about C1, because it's coal gray. So after the C1, we're going to use the C3, which is the medium coal gray. And we're going to just add in a little bit of shading. And I think we'll do some along the back side of his ear and along the back ear, on the top of his head. And I don't get overly concerned with where the light is actually coming from. I just put in the highlights where I want them to be, pretty much. You don't have to do it this way. This is just how I do it. And I like to put some on his feet just to highlight that that's where his feet are. Okay, and I think that'll work. And then we'll go back over some of those areas with the darkest of the cool grays that we're using. And that's a C5. And I'm just going to lightly go into those areas that I colored with the C3. Just like that. And then we're going to blend all of this out with the C1. Basically, I'm just trying to eliminate the harsher lines of the darker colors. That's all I'm trying to do. And we probably could have put some beneath his chin. I think we'll go back and do that. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go in with the C3 and just put a little bit under his chin and under this ear. And then the C5, just give it a little bit more dark. I think that'll be good. And then we'll blend the rest of that out with this, with the C1. And with that, I think we'll call them done. Okay, and then for the balloons, I decided to make, because the background is going to be pink, I thought it would be cute to have a blue balloon and a purple balloon. So let's make the heart one, let's make it purple. I would have made it pink, but I was afraid that it was going to blend in too much with the background. So we're going to start with the V12. This is the lightest shade of the purples that we're using. And then we'll do the V15, which is the medium shade. And because they have a highlight over here, I think I'm going to come in from this side to add the shadows, or the darker side. And then V17. And then we'll come back with the V12 to blend all that out. And then for the other balloon, we're going to do B21 for the lightest color. B24 is the mid shade. B28 is the darker shade. And then back over all of it with the lightest shade, which was B21. And that's our balloons. So I wasn't originally going to show the parts of the die cutting because you've seen me die cut before. But then I remembered that I was making this for my bonus son's girlfriend, and she has not seen my videos, so she has not seen how this is done. And because this is her card, and I want her to be able to see the making of her card, I'm going to go ahead and show these parts. Okay, so there's the first part that looks like a trellis. Now I got to poke all these pieces out before we can do the next one. Now we'll do the next one. Let's see if we can fit it both on the same piece. And we can. Okay, great. Normally you would only send a die through one time and that should cut it, but because this one is so intricate, I always send it back through twice. And now I have to poke out all the pieces on this, so I'll be right back. Okay, now that we've got these pieces cut out, these are the two side pieces. This will be the card, and this is the back panel. And then each of these will be mounted like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these down and then from the center I'm going to cut an oval. So let's do this part first. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and cut that center oval out of this. So let's bring the die cut machine back out here. Now I could leave it this way, and I could just put our cute little elephant down here in the middle of this, but I want to do something a little different with this. So we're going to go ahead and die cut this out. So we'll hold this down with some mint tape. So now I have some shimmer spray. This is Perfect Pearls mixed with water. So I'm gonna take and spray this down so that it has a shimmer to it, because that's always fun. And then I'm gonna set this off to the side to dry. That's probably way more than enough. All right, so we'll set this off to dry. Okay, so while that's drying, let's go ahead and assemble this part of it. And we'll just line this up and press it down really good. And I think on the balloons, I think we're gonna add some glossy accents to those. Glossy accents are another way to add shine to your projects. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna put a little bit of, let me see. A little bit of adhesive on the back of these just to hold them in place while I put the glossy accents on them. Yeah. Okay, so I just put a little bit of repositionable adhesive on them to hold them in place on the paper while I put the glossy accents on them. And I may need to poke this with a needle. Glossy accents is a lot of fun. It adds some dimension. This will dry perfectly clear. It does look cloudy right now, but it will dry clear and it'll give these some dimension. And it just gives it a little bit extra. I like to use glossy accents. It takes a while for these to dry, but that's pretty much what they look like. They're shiny, which is really cool. So we'll set these aside to dry with the panel that we put the shimmer spray on. Okay, so we're at a standstill, so I have to wait for those elements to dry, and then we'll come back and finish this card. So everything is dry now. Got the cute little balloons with the shiny glossy accents on them. I just love that stuff. And we have our centerpiece that has the shimmer spray, and you probably can't see it very well on camera, but it's there. I promise you it's there. So now what we're gonna do is I want to take and I want to raise this up. Oh, look at that. Hey, look. So the background, this was the background piece. And this was pink before. But apparently cranberry juice has a reaction to water with Perfect Pearls in it. So now that background centerpiece is purple. Totally not what I was expecting. But you know what? It works because our balloon is purple. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to elevate this up some. I want to pop it off of here a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and, you know what, before we do that though, I need to put the elephant down here. And you know what? I'm gonna trim his ear just a little bit. He's got a spot sticking up there that looks a little rough. Let's just round this out just a tiny little bit. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, so I need to put him down here, and I want to put the balloons up here because I need to stamp the strings, and I'm wondering if the strings are going to be long enough or if I just need to draw them. And actually, I might have another set that have strings in it, but let's try this first. So if I put these up here, yeah, the strings aren't going to be long enough to reach down to where he is. So I have a couple other sets that have balloons in them that we might be able to use. So like this one has a curly string, so let's see what that one looks like. So we could use the curly string to go from here. I gotta decide though, do I want it to hang down behind him or over top of him? And then there's these ones. These are cute because that one has a heart, but I think that one's going to be too long. But maybe we could use one of these. Maybe if we turn it this way so it's coming down across, and then this way. Yeah, I think maybe we'll be able to use that one. Or maybe the little one will work. I don't know if the little one is too short. I don't think I want the string coming down across him. I think I want to put the string behind him. So we'll glue these down first, I think. Or maybe we'll mark where they go. Sometimes you just got to figure these things out as you go. So if the elephant is going to go here, and we want the string to come down this way, because I don't want it to look like it's growing out of his head. See what the curly string looks like. Although I could overlap the balloons a little bit so they're offset to the side. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So bottom's there and there. Let's put it on a block. We're just going to use some black ink to do this. Okay, maybe we'll end up using this one again, but I don't want them to get tangled together. Yeah, so maybe we can strategically do this one this way. And they're gonna look like they're coming out of his face, but it's gonna be okay. Okay, so let's finish putting this together. And we could lift him up a little bit. No, I think we'll glue him flat. I think there's going to be enough dimension already with putting this popped up. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this together. these are just, these are foam adhesive strips from Stampin' Up. You can use any kind of foam things that you want to add elevation or add dimension. Find if you take the paper off the back of these, they are a lot easier to form to where you want them to go. And I don't know why this is not sticking. Oh, because you got to put the sticky side down first. Yeah, that helps. Because this is going through the mail, I'm gonna put another inner row down because I don't want it to collapse in the mail. And we'll put a butterfly stamp on this, which is a non-machinable stamp, so that it doesn't go through the mail rollers. Now we'll just pop this down onto our card. And I think we need some pretty little gems or something on this. So we could do some pink or maybe some purple. That could be cute. There's some more pink ones. Or maybe we do just some white ones. Some white ones might be pretty. Just to add, yeah, let's do some white ones. So now where to place them? There is no rhyme or reason to how you place your little gemstones on things. It's just a matter of, you know, placing them where you want them to be. So we're just going to do this randomly. And I'm not trying to make them perfectly match on both sides. That's not the idea. Just want them to be randomly placed. We'll just kind of dance our way down the side here. This may be overkill on them, but I like them and I think they're pretty. And hopefully she will like them too. Okay, so it doesn't need them anywhere else. I realize they're very random. I probably could have put them more uniform on here, but I just wanted it to be sparkly. Maybe we'll do one up here. I think that'll work. Maybe. It's hard to know when to stop. Okay, now I think we're done. Okay, so the last thing that we have to do then is just to put the stamp on the back. And I think we will use the butterfly one. I have stamps for on the back of my cards. These are custom stamps. They're made by Magnuson. I'll put the link in the description below. I have 4 or 5 of them now that I like to use. And I think I'll use this one because it has a butterfly on it. If I had one with an elephant, I would use that one for this card, but I don't. So we'll use this one with the butterfly. So this is the card for today. Thank you for joining me again for another card making adventure. I hope she likes this one, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.